What's up with it? We back at it again, man. I got a topic that I want to talk to y'all about that I think is y'all like real needed to hear, right? For anybody that is going through transformation of, I guess, like becoming a man, right? It's like we all think we men, but that's not always necessarily the case. We males, but I'm talking about men, right? I want to touch on this real quick. It's two kind of toughs out here, Joe. It's two kind of toughs. It's two kind of toughs, right? You got the tough that we always kind of like we take and we build our whole foundation of who we are based on that one tough, right? Walking around being able to force our will and not duck things and not let people bully us from a physical aspect and be able to walk the streets and without worrying about somebody doing something to us, right? And I think that men, we all need that. We all need that because if God blesses one day, we're gonna have a family, might have a woman. Now, I ain't talking about dots and all this other stuff. I'm talking about like a whole real woman. Meaning you gonna have to take care of her. Have to protect her. You gonna have to grow out of that young male stage and actually start to become responsible, right? So like you're gonna have to protect them from that physical aspect. Like they should be able to walk around kind of knowing that they protected even when you're not around, right? But the second form of toughness is what I really want to talk about, right? And that's the mentality. That's the mental aspect of being tough. We don't really invest in a lot of that. We don't hear a lot of guys talking about investing in that. And I think that's something that needs to be talked about and experienced and practiced as much as possible, because like a lot of decisions that we make from the heart, whether we'll run down on the op, or do something weird to, get some stripes and stuff, fit from the physical aspect, we only do it from the lack of mental toughness. Like the physical toughness be there, it be all the way there. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to like run down on nobody. You never know who will give you the business. You feel me? So from that aspect, the toughness be there. It don't even be about size, who bigger and smaller. But when it comes to the way we think as black men, right? It be lacking. We be the op. Our mind and our heart don't be working together. Like our heart be saying, let's do it. Our mind be saying, let's do it, when it shouldn't be. You see what I'm saying? Like we have to like develop some type of consciousness in our behavior that outside of us being able to deal with the consequences that come with the actions that we do, some of the things that we do just shouldn't be done. And that's just like keeping it real, right? We have to develop a mindset of right and wrong from the aspect of not really caring about what other people deem to be correct, because in our heart we know what's correct. And to keep it real, it takes more heart. If y'all want to really keep it gangster, right? It takes more heart to do what's right than to do what's wrong. Everybody do what's wrong. You ain't heard one song about a dude talking about, I want to go to school, I want to raise my kids, I want to do this, I'm trying to do it the right way under any circumstance. Y'all wouldn't even listen to that, right? So like everything we listen to, everything we see, everything that sells got a negative stroke about it. So it's for a person to say, oh, I done this or I done that, and trying to make it seem like what you done is way more raw than the next dude to get points. You don't get points like that, because everybody go hard. It don't matter. Everybody go hard. But do we go hard the correct way for the right things? Do you sit down and say, man, look, man, I'm going to save this money, or I'm about to do this or whatever. To each his own. We all know what right and wrong is in our own aspect. We got to develop a more mental kind of toughness to combat the toughness that we've been stroked in our mindset to believe is the only toughness that we need to be as men. Because being a man is making a correct decision under duress. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing that I see that we mentally can probably sometime, maybe most of the time, you know, adhere to when it comes to pressure is when we dealing with the police. Everybody know what the right answer is. Everybody know it's sometimes hard or whatever. You put in different situations, but everybody know what not to do, right? All right. Well, when it comes to taking care of your family, when it comes to staying out of trouble, when it comes to protecting the women, like at the end of the day, man, a lot of us, man, we gotta blame ourselves for this hot girl summer. We gotta blame ourselves for the Tatianas and all this weird stuff that go on, because like y'all act like that's what y'all want, and you know these gonna be the same women that's raising your kids. Like, we gotta do better, man. But before we do better, because that's the physical aspect, we gotta know better. And like, knowing better ain't somebody saying, oh, I know, because if you don't do, you don't know. It don't matter if you know how to cross the street. If you don't cross the street correctly, you don't know how to cross the street. If you get to the corner and you don't look both ways, and you walk dead out in the middle of the street and you get hit by a car, can you honestly say you know how to cross the street? Nah, you know how to cross the street when you get to the corner and you look both ways. You prove in your actions that you know. So like, we got to do better with our mental, our thinking, our mentality, man. This the real toughness, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can, you know, beef themselves up to do what other people tell them to do and feel like because they're doing it on their own. Like, that's not necessarily true. A lot of the things that we do it because other people coerce us to. And nigga, ain't nothing gangster about that. Like, a lot of us want to, man, excel and do things better. Like, we want to be our own leaders and bosses, but we can't. Why? Because other people, we done gave them more rights over us than we got over our own self, but we tough. Be the dude that you would want your son to be. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, man, if you got kids and stuff, they looking at your actions. They ain't hearing none of your words. You see what I'm saying? And if that means something to you, as far as them, then it should even mean more to you with yourself. That you should love yourself and treat yourself with a certain kind of respect that you would want, you know, other people to, you know what I'm trying to say, right? If you don't, then you just don't, man. World War Polo Entertainment Group, man. We trying to develop this, right? Get that right. A shout out to my whole team. I love y'all, man. I ain't lying. Real talk, man. All my mans, they know I tell them I love them, man. I really love them. We putting together a monster, man. Big music on the way. Y'all get ready. Yama Kiyama, the movie. The Yama Kiyama, the Day of Reckoning. Yama Kiyama should be finished, man, edited maybe by the end of the week or something. We're going to try to drop it. Man, please go out and support that. Kings of DC coming soon. And it's gonna be ethic, man. Everything DMV homegrown. We making it do what it do. It's us over everybody and all that, right? But support the movement, man. World War Polo Entertainment Group, man. We out here.